news and current affairs. Top stories of the day. Business, sports, music, and entertainment. Dadalhin sa inyo ng mas pinaganda, mas pinalawak, mas pinalakas. Radyo Pilipinas. Radyo Pilipinas. Radyo Pilipinas, Agoo, DZAG 97.1 FM.
Pagpalang umaga mga kabata, live mula DMMMSU, South La Union Campus, Main Library, Agoo, La Union, sabay-sabay nating tunghayan at pakinggan ang programang Hatid ay Kaalaman. Inihahandog sa inyo ng DMMMSU at 97.1 Radyo Pilipinas Agoo. Ito ang Library on Air.
At mga kaibigan, isang magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Welcome po sa isa na namang poong edisyon ng ating programang DMMMSU Library on Air. Live na live po tayo mga kaibigan, mismo po dito sa DMMMSU-SLUC Library. Ngayon po'y araw ng Huwebes, November 11, 2021. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Charity Jimenez of Frianeza mula po sa DZAG Radyo Pilipinas Agoo. Makakasama po ninyo sa loob po ng isang oras nating talakayan. At ang aking magiging partner po ngayong umaga sa ating programa, walang iba, kundi ang isa sa mga magagandang librarian. Kasi pag sinabi ko siya ang pinakamaganda, marami po magagalit. Walang umubang iba, kundi si Miss Ana Nova Parocha. Good morning, Ana.
Good morning, Ma'am Charity, at sa lahat po ng tagapakinig at taga-subaybay ng ating DMMMSU Library on Air program. Welcome to another interesting and informative episode. At ako po muli ang inyong makakasama sa isang oras na talakayan, Ana Nova Parocha, with the team library headed by Dr. Nancy Frigiliana Galban. And na-miss namin si Ma'am Charity makasama kasi matagal tayong hindi nagkita.
Kaya nga, no? Ngayon ulit, Nova, kasama tayo ngayon sa ating episode. So, Miss Ana, alam natin na, di ba, ilang beses din nating na-invite o nagiging guest ang iba't ibang mga librarians. At ngayon, panibago, no, na librarian at i-feature natin ang isa sa magaganda ding library dito po sa Region 1. Okay, so isa po dyan ang mula sa Urdaneta. Ayan, ang Urdaneta Library po itatampok po natin. Kaya siguro maganda, Miss Ana, pakilala na natin, no, ating magiging guest ngayon virtually. Makakasama po natin sa ating programa.
Ayan. We are highly honored to invite one of the most active and distinguished librarians in the Region 1. And she is a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Library and Information Science, minor in English, with units in Master of Arts, major in Library Science at University of Santo Tomas, Manila. She also earned her graduate certificate in Barangay Governance at Urdaneta City University. A licensed librarian, a licensed teacher, and a part-time instructor of the Bliss program at the Urdaneta City University from 2010 to 2014. She's been an active in the librarianship profession for 23 years and affiliated with the Urdaneta City Library for 19 years. In 2010 to 2011, she became the president of the Pangasinan Public Librarians Association and currently the active advisor of the APLI, or the Association of Pangasinan Public Librarians Incorporated. She also served as the convener of the Philippine Librarians Association Incorporated, or the PLI, particularly at the Ilocos Regional Librarians Council. The following are the highlights of her career as a librarian. She was one of the country's representative at the 2014 training program for ASEAN Children's Librarian held in Seoul, Korea. She is also one of the public librarians chosen to join the training of NNB Gates Foundation funded IREX Beyond Access Project 21st Century Librarians Leadership Program. She is also one of the network emerging Filipino library innovators. Cohort 1 received the Leadership Award and Team Leader of the Library Trailblazer Most Collaborative Project. In NEFLI Cohort 2, she is the mentor of the team advocates. Through her leadership, she was able to transform the image of the Urdaneta City Library to a center of excellence. The Urdaneta City Library received various awards for exemplary performance in Children's Library, PWD Library, Local History Section and Electronic Library, Tech for Ed Center, DG Bayani by the DOST ICTO E-Assist, Mother Tongue Creation of Library Materials, and recently the City Library received the Hall of Fame of 2021 award given by the National Library of the Philippines and Asia Foundation. Everyone, let us all welcome Ma'am Bernadine M. Gravela, the City Librarian of the Urdaneta City Public Library, to share to us their best practices. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Ma'am Bernadine.
Good morning po sa inyo, Ma'am Ana and Ma'am Charity, and to all the listeners and viewers of Things to Library show.
Ayan. So nakita namin kanina, ma'am, no, at narinig po natin yung mga magagandang performances po ng City Library po ng Urdaneta at napakarami po ninyong mga na-awards na natanggap, ma'am. Congratulations po.
Thank you po. It is the product of teamwork ng Urdaneta City Library staff.
Okay, ma'am, kasi napakaganda din pong maitampok natin ang Urdaneta City Public Library. Lalong-lalo na po, marami rin po nakikinig at nanonood po ngayon sa ating programa, especially po yung ating mga librarians, mga public librarians din, na gusto din po siguro na may adapt, di ba, ma-adapt po yung inyong mga best practices dyan sa Urdaneta City Public Library. Pero bago po yan, ma'am, na hihimay-himayin natin mamaya yung ating, ang inyo pong mga best practices, siguro pwede pa rin po natin muna na matalakay sa ating mga listeners at sa ating mga viewers ang tungkol po sa public library. Baka pwede po natin ma-share, ma'am, ano po ba ang natawag nating public library po, ma'am?
Yes, tama po. Tayo po ay may iba-ibang klase ng library. Ang unang exposure po ng ating mga members of the community should be the public library. We have our school library pag sila ay pumunta sa elementary and high school, and the academic library as they go to their college. And the public library is open to everyone. Kung sa school, they cater to their students, to their pupils. Public library is open to all the members of the community. And the public library is funded by the local government unit or ang ating gobyerno. Unlike sa mga schools, public schools are also funded by the government, but the school libraries in public school are supported by the DepEd. Dito naman po sa ating public library, we are supported by our local government unit and under the supervision of the National Library of the Philippines. So, public library is open to all, from all ages. Kahit po ang mga baby up to the oldest member of our community is welcome sa ating mga public libraries.
Ayan, ma'am. So, nabanggit po ni ma'am is specifically for LGUs sila, ma'am. And sa academic library kasi, ma'am, di ba, ang aming clients is more on the students of the tertiary program. For the school libraries, sila yung mga under DepEd. Ma'am, sino naman po ang usually users of a public library po?
Yes, like I've said, lahat po ay welcome.
Nawala po tayo, sir.
Yan, medyo naputol. Naghang po ata si Miss Bernadine. Ayan, nagkakaroon tayo ng problema. Alam niyo na, pag internet, pag online talaga, virtual program. So, Yan,
Ah,
hindi na. Okay, ma'am, go ahead po.
Okay na po ba?
Yes,
Oo.
yan,
So,
ma'am, go.
sa public library po, because of the pandemic, some of our clients are no longer physically coming to the library, but we are very visible through our online services. So, kung yung question po ni Ma'am Ana kanina kung sino po yung mga clients namin dito sa library, actually lahat po, everybody from the community is welcome. From zero to the oldest member of the community is welcome to come to the library.
Ayan, for general public, ano, ma'am, ating
Tama
mga
po.
clients. Okay. So, ma'am, baka pwede din natin ma-share yung brief history naman po ng Urdaneta City Public Library.
Yes po, our Urdaneta City Library was established in 1935. Back then, the Urdaneta City is still a municipality. Kaya ito po ay no, pinakaunang municipal library in the Philippines. It was established in 1938 by our then Mayor Don Patricio Abinojar. So, in that year, after those years in 1945, nagkaroon po ng brief time na nag-closure po ito because of the liberation. Pero from after that war, nag-open po ulit ang library. And in 2003, we were relocated to a better place, better space na kung saan mas maluwag na po siya. It is relocated, expanded, and modernized the library to provide the ample space to meet the growing needs of our growing constituency. Since in 1998, we became a city and marami pong lumabas na nagpatayo ng mga schools and universities. Kaya mas lalo pong lumakas ang ating mga libraries, specifically our public libraries. And in 2011, it was made stronger kasi with the advent of technology, the electronic library was empowered by purchasing more computers with high-speed interconnectivity. And also our children's library was created and it was made more well-equipped with the different areas like our reading area was made more conducive for learning. We have the storytelling area, we have the poem area, and also we have the local history wherein you can get to know the Urdaneta better. The collection was increased with the participation ng ating mga barangay council. Kasi from the grassroots, we were able to rebuild our local history section. And from that time, we created different library programs and activities for our clients to come to the library, even more. So, nagkaroon po kami ng mga iba-ibang mga activities. Our first program was for the children, which is the storytelling, and the library summer program, which is in its 17th year. We encourage the children to come to the library to read, to learn about computers, to do craft, to do sports. So, yun po yung mga unang mga programs po natin. So, from 1938 of its establishment, we were able to transform the libraries kasi nung una, it was not that active. Pero in 2003, we transformed the library, made the library itself more conducive, better ambience, and offered different programs. Dati po isa lang, dalawa, and then it blossomed and it became 31 regular library programs of the city library. And because of that, we have earned awards from the national level and international awards. Ayan po. So we have different awards. We had received the most outstanding children's library for the NLP affiliated public libraries in 2013. And in the following year, November 4 of 2014, we again received the first place for the search for outstanding libraries with services for people with disabilities. Yun po, yung aming PWD library. And then the following year, 2015, we won the second place for the search for outstanding public libraries with programs on local history. So, yun naman po ang aming local history section. And in 2014, we are very happy and proud sa aming DJ Bayani Award. It was awarded by the Intel Philippines, the ESS, and the DOST-ICTO din. So yun po yung aming electronic library. It won the DG Bayani. Also, we have received award from the IREX, which is funded by Belinda and Bill Gates Foundation through the Beyond Access program as one of the best performing Beyond Access Philippine Star libraries carrying out innovative and relevant 21st century library services to the community. Specifically for our mother tongue collection, which we originally create our Ilocano stories. Yun po noong 2017. And then, after that, we received in 2018 our award from the DICT, the former DOST-ICTO. We received the DICT Tech for Ed. Tech for Ed Center is recognized as the outstanding Tech for Ed Center under the Emerging Center category for 2018. Yun naman po as we transform our electronic library and adopt the project of DICT, which is Tech for Ed Center, kaya po namin nakuha yung award na yun. And then, of the same year, that we were awarded by the DICT for the People's Choice Award for our Tech for Ed Center. That's in 2018. Yan. And then in 2021, we were awarded as the Hall of Famer of the National Library of the Philippines and the Asia Foundation. Ito po just recently lang, last August, yun po ang aming na-receive for this year. So, through the years from the establishment in 1938, we were able to transform the image of the library from a very passive library into a center of excellence. So, it's the history of the City Library of Urdaneta.
Talaga naman, ma'am, na napag-uusapan namin nga dito, ma'am, hakot awardee po ang Urdaneta City Library.
Tagang ano, no, nag-transform to Center of Excellence talaga.
Siguro kung purong-puro na sa library nila ng trophies nila.
Oo nga, daming plaque.
Yearly talaga siguro, ma'am.
Napakarami po mga awards ng Urdaneta City Public Library, ma'am. Congratulations.
Thank you po. As I said po kanina, it is a team effort of the City Library staff and of course po, ang suporta po ng aming mga city government officials. From then up to today, because without their support, these projects would not be possible.
Okay.
Total, ma'am, nabanggit nyo na po yung mga ibang practices nyo na nagkaroon na kayo ng mga award. At ito na rin siguro yung inaabangan po ng ating mga tagapakinig, ma'am, na pwede pong i-share nyo na po yung inyong best practices, particularly po sa staff, services, and sa collections nyo po, ma'am.
Yes po. So, as of today, the Urdaneta City Library has 31 staff, including our barangay reading center. So, meron po kaming 34 barangay reading centers. The Urdaneta City has 34 barangays and all of them has an existing barangay reading center. So, kasama po yung mga yon, mga staff doon. So, our services is divided from our readers services. We have a person in charge per section, and we have our barangay reading centers. We have our different library programs, which is also handled by the reader services staff. We also have staff in charge of marketing and of course the technical section of the library. We have different sections of the library as the other libraries has. We have the reference section. We have the fiction section.
Ay, nawala yung audio ni Ma'am Bernadine. Pero sinishare po niya ngayon kasi yung mga services and collections ng Urdaneta City Public Library. Ayan, ito talaga, ito yung mga beyond to our control. Ayan, go. Ma'am Bernadine, andyan na po si ma'am. Okay.
Okay na po ba? So, yun po, we have our periodical section. We are subscribing to different titles of magazines and newspapers and journals. We have our thesis collection. We have a memorandum of agreement with the University of the LGU, which is the Urdaneta City University. So, meron po kami furnished copy po kami na kanilang mga thesis and dissertation, and also the Pangasinan State University. We also have our PWD library. So we have different collections dito. We also have the e-books. We have the Braille collection for our PWD section. We have our local history section, local history and archives. We have the children's library, the Tech for Ed Center, the general collection, the vertical pile, and in total we have 18,609 as of today, which is available on shelf. Some of our programs, we have 31 library programs as of today. We have 3 inactive programs. So this one is I wanted to tell you, let's explore the web, which is a tutorial on how to use the internet and how to explore the web. Before the pandemic, it is face to face. Our clients from different walks of life. We have for children, we have for teachers, we have a mother's class, we have the DNS, we even have the BFP staff, the tricycle driver, the garbage collectors, and then we also went to the PJMP for the training in the Tech for Ed Center or the digital literacy. So matapos po namin sa labas, ay pumasok din po kami sa loob ng kulungan para mabigyan din po sila ng privilege to learn the computer. Kasi we have the partnership with the ALS para po sa kanilang lesson. May mga naka-enroll po kasi doon. We also have our book drive. It is our way of building up our collection. We ask the community, our friends of the city library, and other stakeholders for their donation. We have the PWD home visitation. Every month, we visit one PWD and we bring them collection of books and give them access to the internet. So this is one of our flagship program for the PWD section. We also have our EPD. So ito po, ginagawa po ngayon by compound dahil to lessen the contact, no face-to-face, pero by compound po ang ginagawa namin ngayon. And then we have the reading challenge. Ito po, before it is reading inside the library and then you win a prize. For children po ito. Yung reading challenge po is for children, they will register and for every hour of reading inside the library, they will get to have to choose the reward that they will receive. Makikita po ninyo dito sa presentation, meron po kami reward booth. Para po ito sa time zone na kung tickets ang ino-earn nila and then they will receive their prizes. Dito po, for every hour of reading, they will receive a prize. And the awards or the prizes are donated from the friends of the city library. And then we also have our story time, which is now converted to virtual and online storytelling. And then we have our services that we offer in the Tech for Ed Center is the e-government services. So lahat po ng mga may e-government available online, it is powered by the Tech for Ed Center. Yung mga NBI, passport, PSA, SSS, pag-ibig, lahat po yan, yung OEC, mga ganun po. Lahat po ng mga online services. Actually, ngayon po, pati po ang RES bakuna ay kasama po namin dito sa service ng library dahil po kailangan may QR code at online. We also have our Bloom Creation, which is the Ilocano original story writing. Dahil na po sa DepEd from grades 1 to 2, they have to do in a mother tongue. So, kulang po tayo ng local literature in Ilocano. So, we create our local stories for grades 1 to 3. So, partner po namin dyan ang IREX Beyond Access and the National Library of the Philippines. And then we have the Because We Care program. It is a support group po for the PWD members of the community. Parang nauuna yung slide sa akin. And then we have the Read, Explore, and Discover. Ito po yung summer program for children. We teach them how to use the computer, we promote reading. And then we have the Aklatan sa Parke. The Aklatan sa Parke is a collection of books that is made available at the park. And then we have our yearly activity, the Trick or Treat. We have also produced or created libraries outside the city library. First is the BJMP Mail Dorm Library. So nagbibigay po kami ng collection doon sa ating BJMP Library. It was launched in 2018 sa ating pong Mail Dorm. And then we have our Female Dorm Library also. And then we have the Orphanage House of Hope Divine Mercy Library, which is an orphanage po dito sa Urdaneta. And then we have the Pag-asa, Bahay Pag-asa, or those who are children in conflict with the law. We have also built our library collection in their facility. We also have our Senior Citizens Center Library. Every year po, they receive the allocation of books from the city library. Yan. Aside from that, meron din po kaming My Police, My Teacher in partnership with PNP. So, meron pong mobile police, library, and as of today, nandun po siya sa May Bausi, doon po sa police station. Meron po tayong mini library din po doon. For the children 1 to 3. We also have created, but as of today, this is not available. We have a contract with the
Yes, Ma'am Bernadine? Nawala ulit si Ma'am. Okay. Ma'am Bernadine?
Yan yung po ang City Hall and SM Library. And then we also have our online services. For example, before it is posted inside the library, and because of the pandemic, we make this available through online. For example, the resolutions and ordinances passed by the Sangguniang Panuns of Urdaneta is posted at our social media accounts. The name of this program is A Law a Day Keeps Harm Away. So ito po yung mga resolutions and ordinances passed. Meron po kaming days, one designated day kung kailan po kami nagpo-post sa ating mga social media account. And then we have the library orientation, which we are now conducting it virtually. And then the library passport for the children and for the community members to be able to borrow books which they can take home. They must apply the library passport for children and the library card for the adults. And we also have our children's book club. So from the members of the library summer program, we elect the officers of the children's book club. And then another online research which we post by social media is the DMMMSU-SLUC, which shares different historical activities of the city. So yung pong mga pangyayari ng mga nakaraan ay inilalagay po namin dito in DMMMSU-SLUC, which is an Ilocano term. And then we have the storytelling before, face-to-face. Ngayon po ay virtually na siya. And then, tracing back history, which features the famous Urdanetanians. in history. It is posted once a week for each month. So meron po kaming Twitter, Instagram, we also have our YouTube channel. And then we have our newsletter which we release every month through the subscription sa email po nila. We send our newsletter. So the project title is Current Awareness. And for this month, we have our activities which includes the beginning reading for kindergarten. We have the Laughter is the Best Medicine. The Usap Tayo, it is an emergency call, or kung gusto mo lang may makausap, meron po kami programang Usap Tayo. And then we have the Matalino, it is a tutorial for grade 1 to 3 in math. We are also supporting the project of Brigada Pagbasa by the DepEd. Yun po yung aming mga services. Bago pandemic, but we transformed din po siya through online. We have also a way for them to be able to get and avail these services. Meron po kaming mga library cards for the adult and the library passport for children. Meron po itong mga requirements para po ma-iuwi nila ang libro. Kung magbabasa lang po dito sa library, everybody is welcome. But if you choose to borrow the book and take it home, kailangan po ay meron po silang library card or library passport. Yun po yung aming mga services pre-pandemic, which is transformed po online. Meron na rin po siyang access ngayon online. So, pero yun po mga programs na dinascuss ko, it was launched before the pandemic. Meron po kami mga activities then, which is originally launched ito pong last year, March of 2022, as the quarantine started. So, yun po yung aming different sections of the library and the programs that started before the pandemic.
Ayun, papawaw lang kami ni Miss Ana Nova dito sa mga ipinresent po ninyong mga services po at mga programa po ninyo dyan sa Urdaneta City Public Library, Ma'am Bernadine. Well, meron kayong mga online and offline programs and services po. At for general public po talaga, di ba? Mula sa pagkabata hanggang sa mga senior citizens, pati sa BJMP and other PWDs. Napakarami po. Pasabi nga namin ni Miss Ana Nova, kompleto Ricardo's po yung programa at saka mga servisyo nyo dyan sa Urdaneta City Public Library, ma'am.
Yes po, kasi po, general public din po ang aming client, kaya we make sure na ang aming pong mga programs will cater even the months old up to the eldest member of our communities. Meron po kaming senior citizen digital literacy at napakaganda po ang impact nun. It was started in 2007 at marami po kami na mga seniors na natuwa. Yung time na yun ay hindi pa po Facebook nun, Friendster pa. Tapos ang ating pong, wala pa tayong messenger call noon. IT pa, yung telephony para, or yung pa po ginagamit para tumawag sa kanilang mga kamag-anak abroad. Hanggang noong 2009 when Facebook was launched, mas madali na rin yung ating messenger call. So marami pong natuwa, mga senior citizen at positive impact po for the community.
At isa po sa mga na-take note ni Miss Ana Nova, yung YouTube channel niyo daw po, tsaka IG niyo.
Yes po. Kasi po, ngayong pandemic, ito po ang pinakamagandang paraan para ma-reach po namin ang aming mga clients, lalo na po yung mga millennials, nandiyan po sila sa Instagram, sa YouTube, kaya nag-create din po kami ng mga accounts doon. So kung ano po yung pinipost namin sa aming Facebook account and page, meron din po yan sa Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube channel.
Ayan, ma'am, pwede po natin bang balikan yung inyong reading center na naipatayo? Yung 24 ba yun, ma'am Char?
34
na
reading
reading
center.
center. Ma'am, paano nyo nasusustain po yung 34 barangays na yun, ma'am?
Meron po tayong mga budget for the barangay council. So, kasama po ito sa budget ng sangguniang kabataan. At yun po kanilang GAD and BCPC corner for the children. Meron po yun. Aside from that, we also receive different donations from our friends of the City Library, like the Asia Foundation, the Rotary Club. Meron din po kami na-receive from the SM Malls. Kaya, bukod po dun sa budget po nila sa kanilang council, meron po kami na-receive from the different stakeholders of the community para po masustain ito. Most of our barangay reading centers was established back in 1990s pa. Kasi meron po kaming project sa munisipyo pa noon, hindi pa siya city, wherein ang barangay ang centers po ay may different areas po doon. At ang barangay reading centers was established in 1990s pa. Kaya lahat na po ng aming mga barangay reading center, ang aming barangay boss ay meron na po mga barangay reading center.
Malaking
Pinapalakas na lang po namin sila ngayon. We are strengthening the barangay reading center, especially po ngayon na most of our students are in homeschool. Diba ba? Kaya yun po yung pinakamalapit na pwede po nila mapuntahan. Hindi na po sila pupunta dito sa bayan for the city library kasi meron na po barangay reading center.
Ma'am, yung mga reading center nyo ba is sa Urdaneta pa lang, ma'am? Or may outside Urdaneta po kayo, ma'am?
Ang coverage geographically po kasi ang coverage lang po namin ay yung sa Urdaneta. So we have 34 barangays. Kaya yun po yung aming maintain and under supervision po of the City Library as the City Library is deputized by the National Library to supervise the barangay reading center. Kaya as of strengthening na lang po kami ng aming barangay reading center.
So lahat na po no ng barangay sa Urdaneta may reading center na, 34 na. Well, na magandang rin na malaking bagay yung suporta din ng LGU at syempre yung mga stakeholders din po ninyo para masustain itong barangay reading centers no, Ma'am Bernadine. Ito pa ma'am na gusto rin naming malaman din kung paano naman po ma-avail ng ating mga users yung mga services po ninyo dyan sa Urdaneta City Public Library, ma'am.
Ayan po. The library is open to the public, pero may mga certain services po na we only cater for those who are card holders or library members. So, meron po kaming requirements para makakuha ng library card. Meron po kaming application form na available din po online. Kailangan po nilang magsabit ng school ID, ng picture. For the minors, kailangan po ng parents' consent and barangay clearance if there is no ID. Those are for those residents of Urdaneta. Pero marami po kaming dayo dito sa Urdaneta. Pag ikaw po ay resident of Urdaneta, lifetime na po ang iyong membership. Pero if you are visiting, like you are studying only in Urdaneta, pero hindi po naman po talaga native of Urdaneta, this is subject to renewal po for the students, for the university students, yung mga visiting in Urdaneta, as well as those who are working in Urdaneta, but they are not residing here. They can still use they can still loan out materials, but they have to apply for the cards. So yun po yun. Pero reading services or the reading area is welcome to everybody. With that library card, they can loan out 5 books at a time. Pwede po nila yung i-uwi. And they can readily use the computers po dito. Our Tech for Ed Center is not only for tutorial and for research use. Last year, we have launched it as a part of the RIS digital jobs na po siya. So, we are encouraging our community to come to our Tech for Ed centers as online workers, lalo na po yung mga wala pang mga facilities. So, pag meron ka pong library card at library passport, yun po yung mga pwede mong i-avail aside from yung ikaw ay free to use. Pag may library card ka, meron pong additional privileges. Yun, pwede kang mag-work online using our Tech for Ed Center for free. Yun po.
Library passport. Merong library card to library passport. So, pwede din po, ma'am, ano, yung mga non-resident ng Urdaneta City.
Yes po, pwede rin po sila mag-read at dito sa reading area, pwede pa rin po sila manghiram ng libro. Basta po mag-renew sila for every semester for the student.
Ma'am, ito po ba ang inyong library card at saka library passport is for free?
Yes po, for free. Kailangan lang po mag-submit ng mga requirements of proof of identity para po just in case hindi ibalik ang libro, alam po namin kung saan namin sila kakagilapin. But we have limitations po doon. We only let the clients borrow books that were donated. Yung po mga na-acquire po ng City Library through donation or exchange. Yun po mga purchase for room use only po siya.
Ma'am, this time of pandemic, ano naman po yung mga programa at activities ng inyong library?
Ayan. In my next slide, ito po yung mga programs po namin na ipanganak during the time of pandemic dahil we were caught empty-handed nung una pero we were ready dahil meron naman po mga ICT skills kaya biglang nung quarantine lockdown, naku yung aming summer program, we have already released our call for participation for our face-to-face na library summer program. March po yun kasi magbabakasyon na. But nire-invent po namin lahat ng aming programs. Nauna po namin nire-invent dyan ay yung aming library summer program na dapat mayroong 100 na bata na papasok dito sa library during that vacation na mag-aaral ng computer, meron kami reading, storytelling, sports, and craft, pero biglang bawal lumabas. So, nire-invent namin yun, yung aming storytelling. Kami ay nag-record ng aming storytelling and naghanap po kami ng mga resources online from the NLP, from the top storytellers of the Philippines, yung mga pre-recorded storytelling nila. And then kami rin po ay naghanap ng mga e-books. So yung listahan po kanina, yun po yung mga pandemic na ilabas po namin mga programa. Yung pong Let's Go Techie, House and Garden Tips, Building a Vocabulary. These are available through our social media accounts. So we do research and we share it through the social media accounts. And then we have the QR code generation. Kasi nga po, pag lalabas tayo noon ng ating bayan, hahanapan tayo ng QR code. Or even po dito sa Urdaneta, as you enter any institution or kahit po sa mall, kailangan na po may QR code. So dito po sa library, libre po ang magpagawa ng QR code. Pwede po face-to-face, pupunta sila dito or mag-message po sila sa aming virtual reference service at ipapadala po namin yung kanilang QR code. Meron din po kaming payo ni Inay, which is an advice for the parents, para sa nanay during this time of pandemic. Kailangan magaling kang nanay. Kailangan marami kang pwedeng ipagawa sa mga anak mo dahil nandun lang sila sa bahay, maging plantita ang lahat, maging chef ang lahat ng mga board games mo, ilabas mo kung hindi, magwa-wifi sila buong araw. So, even the home management, this is also discussed sa payo ni Inay. And then, the health is wealth, yan po yung pinaka-importante or kalusugan ay kayamanan. Ang pangalan po ng aming research, which is posted sa social media, para mapangalagaan po natin ang ating mga sarili. Kasi minsan, we cannot assume that the community really knows about the pandemic, about COVID. Kaya meron po kami mga research at yan po ay pinapamahagi po namin sa aming social media account. And also the virtual storytelling, which I think most of our libraries are doing today. And then the virtual reference service. Ito po ang aming online assistance. Pwede pong call, pwede lahat po ng aming social media. Meron pong sasagot dyan sa inyong information needs. This November, ila-launch po namin next week yung aming Usap Tayo dahil alam po namin many are mentally distressed. So meron po kaming Usap Tayo program And also, we tried our best na maglabas ng mga online resources review na pwedeng gamitin, lalo na yung ating mga college students. And we also have our book hills, na ito po ay pamamahagi ng libro, a sort of bibliotherapy for the patients in the isolation area. This started last April 2020. Last year, nag-umpisa po na meron ng mga ma-isolate. So we started the book hills program and provided magazines and reading materials for the COVID patient in the isolation area. So, ang pagkakaiba po ng online at virtual storytelling namin, yung online po namin ay pre-recorded at ang virtual storytelling po namin ay yung Google Meet or actual na storytelling na sumasagot, may interaction po doon. And then we also have our book pick-up or curbside. So using our virtual reference services, they could pick up the book sa site po ng library. Lahat po ng kanilang request na materials, hindi na po sila bababa sa sasakyan nila kasi nakahanda na po doon once they call in their request. So, and then the rest bakuna po, yung rest bakuna po ay para requirement bago ka bakunahan sa vaccination area. It is available naman po sa lahat ng may smartphone, pero some of our community members needs further assistance para sa kanilang rest bakuna QR code. So, inopen din po namin yan during the pandemic. So, the following slides will show you different pictures of the programs that has been discussed, like sa gabay sa mamamayan, tuturuan ka po na kung ano man ang pangangailangan mo sa araw-araw, lalo yung mga, for example, yung pagkuha ng NBI, we will discuss the procedures kung saan ka mapupunta, first steps, second step. Yun po yung sa aming gabay sa mamamayan, yung nagparehistro para sa COMELEC, meron din po yan. Yun po sa aming gabay sa mamamayan. And then the Let's Go Techie, online techie tips po yan dahil lahat po ng parents and even the students, mga mga professionals na nag-work from home, biglang nangapa. Dati hindi alam si Google Classroom, Google Drive, pero lahat po yun, biglang kailangan matutunan. So we have a support program, Let's Go Techie. And then we have the house and garden kits para mga nagplantita at plantito. And then building a vocabulary, napakaraming bagong terms po, di po ba? Sana all maka-cope up sa dami ng mga bagong terminology. So, we help, lalo na yung mga millennial terms. Some of the words are not accepted pa sa dictionary, pero ginagamit kasi ng mga millennials. So, kailangan ma-up-to-date ka din. Kung hindi, ano nga daw yun? Sino daw si Marites? Diba? Sino daw si Maresa? Diba? Naku, hindi na. Meron ng gap dahil hindi mo na naiintindihan yung mga sinasabi ng mga millennials. So, we have our building a vocabulary. And then, we have the QR code generation. And then, follow ni Inay. Yan po. Para na-discuss ko na ito kanina, pero ito po yung mga pictures na nakapost po sa aming mga social media account, our virtual storytelling. So, nakikipag-coordinate pa rin po kami sa DepEd dyan para sa per section audience sa aming virtual storytelling. And our virtual reference services, lahat po na collection, list of books and materials available on the library ay makikita po niyo sa aming virtual reference. Meron po kaming link dyan na sa Google Drive po yan, shared. So kung may kailangan ka pong book, punta ka lang po sa BRS namin. Lahat po ng book collection, even the newspaper clippings and the abstract of thesis, makikita mo po dyan. We also have different e-resources, mga links po ng different subjects. Makikita mo rin po sa aming BRS. So, kahit na nandun pa lang kayo sa inyong mga tahanan, hindi nyo na kailangan pumunta dito sa library. Once you were able to locate the material that you need, you can message us, and then the material requested is available at the side of the library sa book pick-up. So, meron po kami mga schedules po dyan kung anong araw ang aming book pick-up. dahil nga po, kailangan sa bahay na lang sila magbabasa. Pero, still the reading area is open to all. Yun nga lang po, in a limited capacity. And then, we feature different online resources. Kasama na rin po yung mga online apps na lumalabas para lahat po ay updated. I believe lahat po ng ating mga DepEd teachers are very challenged today dahil sa napakaraming mga application na kailangan nilang matutunan. So, meron po kami mga ibang nire-review ng mga online resources, yung mga kailangan nila sa pagtuturo. Dito po namin siya pini-feature. At ang tutorial po namin ay meron din pong digital tutorial, which is, for example, the use of Canva. So, ayun po, meron din pong online storytelling, which is the pre-recorded. Yun po yung mga ipinanganak ngayong pandemic na aming mga programa. Nag-transform po kami ng ibang programa.
Napakarami pong naipanganak ng mga programa po ninyo, ma'am, ngayong pandemic. So, nakita natin na hindi naging hindrance, no, yung COVID-19 pandemic na ito sa paghatid po ninyo ng serbisyo sa ating mga clients dyan sa Urdaneta City, ma'am. Well,
Yes.
pero sa kabila po niyan, ma'am, ano po ba yung mga naranasan ninyong mga challenges o na-encounter po ninyo ngayong pandemic sa paghahatid po ninyo ng serbisyo dyan sa Urdaneta City, ma'am?
Yan, isa po dyan ang ating ICT capability in terms of our equipment. Nung nag-lockdown, parang lahat ng staff, the inventory, kailangan mag-uwi ka ng computer. Kasi yun po yung time na talagang bawal pong lumabas lahat. So, mag-uwi ka ng computer kasi yung summer program natin, kailangan bumana. Kahit cellphone lang ang gamit ng mga bata, kami po meron kaming mga ready presentation. We started our Google Meet and our Google Classroom, March pa lang na start ng pandemic. So, yung aming ICT capability in terms of the equipment, very challenging yon kasi kailangan namin ng mas maraming equipment. Although marami naman, kaya desktop yung mga inuwi namin, imbis na laptop. So, isa po yun. This pandemic din, mas kailangan na mas maraming computer kasi maraming pong nangangailangan yung mga hindi, wala naman sa budget. Nagbibili pala ako ng computer ngayong taon na to dahil biglang nag-online, kailangan ko ng computer. Parang yun ang isa sa mga pino-foresee namin, ang ilo-loan out na sa amin ay mga laptops or mga tablets para sa aming mga computer. So, meron kami challenge in terms of our ICT equipments. Also, the personnel IT skills. Kasi syempre, dati may ilan na marunong at bihasang bihasa na sa ICT namin. Pero, nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, parang dapat lahat marunong na. So, sinabayan po namin yan, yung mga personnel namin na hindi po masyadong mataas ang level ng literacy sa computer. Habang ginagawa po namin ang programs po namin, ay sabay po ang capacity building ng mga staff para ganon ay magawa pa rin nila yung trabaho nila. So, nagkaroon ng challenge sa personnel ICT skills. And syempre sa budget, kasi kailangan bibili ka ng mas maraming computers, kailangan mo pataasin ang iyong Wi-Fi connectivity, ang iyong Mbps, kailangan mas mataas kasi mas mataas ang demand. And syempre, ang isang challenge dahil napakarami po namin outreach projects, it was lessened dahil na yung face-to-face exposure. Kasi before, every month, pumupunta kami sa isang PWD. Binivisit namin siya, we bring reading materials, we bring computer. Pero during this pandemic, medyo naging low siya. Meron pa rin naman po, but it is now lessened. Dahil sa pandemic na ito, parang lahat naging online. And some of the members ay hindi pa masyadong ready na lahat mag-online. Buti na lang may mga projects din ang government kung saan may mga free wifi ng DICT Connect. Yeah. Yun po yung mga nakita ko na challenges. Aside from dun sa library po natin, yung ating collection, syempre, kasi yung ating library itself was closed, di ba? Noong masagsagan. At ngayon, hanggang ngayon, ay limited pa rin po ang aming clients na ina-allow namin dito sa library. Kasi 50% capacity. model namin, ang design, we rearrange everything kasi kailangan na po may physical distancing. So, nalimit yung number of clients inside the library. And then, yung ating mga collection, kung dati masyadong mahal si Britannica collection, yung mga ganon, dati hindi masyado ang demand sa e-resources natin. Pero ngayon, kailangan natin sumunod kasi kailangan na ng mga college students para hindi po sila pumunta dito. So, yung mga challenges po na yun, although na-foresee na po yan, inuumpisahan, pero parang biglang kailangan, isang bagsak, kailangan na siyang gawin lahat. So, yun yung mga challenges sa public library na nakita namin in terms of the services namin na kailangan namin talagang i-adapt.
Ma'am, sa 19 years being the city librarian of the Urdaneta City Library, how do you envision your library 5 to 10 years from now po?
Sa aming leadership program with the Beyond Access and with the Netflix, we are trained to see the future. Parang hindi mo pa, kaya nga yung sinasabing nagkaroon ng biglaan ng ICT, nakita na natin yan before pa. Kaya lang hindi natin akalain na ganun kabilis. So, sa plans na aming city government, as of now, we are occupying a space, pero we are looking forward next year to have a more bigger space. So, magkakaroon na ng sariling building ang city library. And then, syempre, mas modern ang interior design. Kasi kasama na yan sa pagmamarket ng inyong library. Kailangan mabango, malinis, updated. Kasi kailangan, kasama na yan sa pagmamarket ng inyong services. Ay maganda. Kung baga magiging Starbucks na po ang setup sa loob ng library. Hindi bawal magkape, pwede nang magkape, meron ng coffee center sa loob ng library. Kasama na po yan sa modern interior design. And of course, as of now, wala pa kasi kami sariling mobile library. Kaya isa po yan sa plans po namin na magkaroon kami ng mobile library na kung saan ang aming digital literacy, hindi na lang po libro ang laman ng aming mobile library, kundi mga computers and laptops para mas marami po kaming marating at maabot for our digital literacy. And then, syempre, mas maraming regular employees sa City Library para mas masustain po namin lahat ng aming mga projects. At syempre, mas maging accessible sa underserved yung ating BJMP. Nasa-serve naman po namin ngayon, pero parang gusto natin yung meron na talaga kami permanent na mga computers na nandoon. Tapos yung ating mga PWD, which is napakarami po namin program sa aming PWD, ay mas mapalakas pa namin yung aming services sa kanila. And syempre, yung local and global partnership, yung aming Children's Book Club, we are looking forward na magkaroon kami ng mga exchange and group sa ibang bansa na Children's Book Club din for their socialization and development. At saka syempre, maging isang innovation hub ng community. Kung kailangan kong gumawa ng content, punta ka lang sa City Library, makakagawa ka ng napakaraming content kasi kailangan nila ng mga magagandang microphone, magagandang application, magagandang light, kumbaga studio. So, any type of content na gusto mong gawin, punta ka sa library. Pwede ka lang gumawa ng isang indie film, kumbaga gano'n. So, gusto namin maging modern at responsive sa need ng ating mga clients. So, magkaroon tayo ng mga innovation laboratories, ating mga maker space. So, kung kahit kagaya po ng sabi ko nila, laptop na ang hihiramin sa library or tablet. And then they can also borrow applications and software na binibili nila. Sa library, libre na ang software na kailangan mo sa pang-edit. So, public libraries as social infrastructure din. Diba? Nagkaroon tayo ng calamity. Yung library ay isang support group ng community. You go to the library and you will see people sila ay nag-uusap na kung ano ang mga kailangan nila. Hindi na lang ng book na kailangan mong basahin, kundi magkakaroon ka ng human book na hihiramin mo ay yung tao mismo dahil may maraming kang kailangan matutunan sa kanya. So, parang human-like library na siya. Kasi pati tao, pwede mo na rin i-loan out. Ayun po ba? Ayun po, yun po yung nakikita ko na in the next 5 to 10 years, aside from the physical setup ng library, ay yung mga services and programs po ay ma-enhance.
Oh, napakarami po, ma'am. Pero nagkukulang na rin po tayo kasi sa ating oras. Ang napakaganda pa po sana, no, na may bahagi pa yung mga iba pang mga programa pa po ninyo. Pero baka meron pa po kami hindi na itatanong na mahalaga pa rin pong maibahagi sa ating mga tagapakinig at sa ating mga viewers, ma'am. Pwede po nating i-share at ang inyong mensahe na lamang po.
Yan po. Maraming salamat po for the privilege that is given to promote the services of the library. This is to promote the public libraries in the Philippines, hindi lang po sa Urdaneta, kasi lahat halos naman ng town ay meron na pong public libraries. Tayo po ay magbasa, lahat po ng karunungan ay nandun na po sa ating library, inaantay po tayo. Wala pong rason para hindi po natin alam mag-computer kasi merong digital literacy ang mga public libraries. Kaya sana po lahat po tayo hand in hand to support our public libraries, to support our community, to continue making a difference. Ayan po. Thank you and good morning po sa inyo.
At yan po, ma'am. And before po tayo mag-end, i-award po muna ni Dr. Nancy Galban yung certificate po ni Ma'am Gravela. Nancy?
Dr. Nancy? Ayan, so bago po natin bitawan si Ma'am Bernadine, i-award po muna ni Dr. Nancy ang e-certificate para po kay Ma'am Bernadine.
Hello, Ma'am Bernadine. Ang daming kang palang best practices na pwede nating i-adapt, ano? So, we are grateful dahil kaya pala deserve mo yung mga awards na nakuha mo in the region as well as in national. International lang ang online. Yan na lang ang anuhin mo ngayon. Target mo. Okay? Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University sa Pilang Bacnotan, La Union Integrated Library System presents this Certificate of Appreciation to Ma'am Bernadine M. Gravela, the City Librarian, librarian po pala si Ma'am Bernadine, taas ha, of Urdaneta City Public Library for sharing her invaluable knowledge and expertise on the topic Best Practices of Urdaneta City Library during the DMMMSU Library on Air program at South La Union Campus, Agoo, La Union. Given this 11th day of November 2021, signed Dr. Jaime E. Manuel Jr., University President. Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you po. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Bernadine, sa oras po na binigay po ninyo sa aming programa. Napakarami po naming natutunan sa mga best practices po, no, ng mga pinatutupad po ninyo dyan sa Urdaneta City Public Library. So, Ms. Nova?
At yan po, sa puntong ito, kami po ay pansamantalang magpapaalam muna at ako po muli ang inyong kabasa, Ana Nova Lacuata Parocha with the team library headed by Dr. Nancy Frigiliana Galban. In behalf, we would like to acknowledge our University President, Dr. Jaime E. Manuel Jr., our Chancellor, Dr. Joanne Camos Rivera, and the Director of the Library Services and Development, Dr. Sonia Shago Isip. Good morning po sa ating lahat.
At sa ngalan din po ng lahat ng bumubuo ng DZAG Radyo Pilipinas Agoo, headed by Station Manager Ms. Maricel Fronda, ito po ang inyong lingkod, Charity Jimenez Frianeza. Nag-iwan na po ng isang magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. God bless everyone, stay safe and stay healthy.
Inyong napakinggan, usapang kaalaman mula sa silid-aklatan ng Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University, South La Union Campus. parents. Muli nyo kaming samahan sa susunod na Webes at Biyernes